Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 3 of our breathing circle. And all you beautiful breathers out there. Oh, hello, Leanne. Nice to see you out there live. And we have Yvonne, and welcome to all of you who are hopping on now. Feel free to say hello. And if you're watching this later, please leave me a little love note in the comments below. I love to receive your little notes and your little smileys, just to let me know that you've been there. It's nice to know, for me, who's out there and who's enjoying this. So I'm curious to hear from you guys whether or not you have felt any physical changes in your body. So you may feel a little bit achy around the rib cage. Maybe the muscles aren't used to being worked that way. Maybe you might feel you can breathe a little more freely, but there is that achiness. I noticed that when I started working with breath work on a regular basis, that I felt an expansion in the rib cage area that I hadn't noticed before. And it was almost like a bit more of a V shape on the back, even though I don't have like hulking lats or anything like that. I just noticed that when I started breathing more, I had a little bit more of that. So I'm curious if anyone else has felt that. Lovely to see all of you ladies out there. Where are the guys? Where are all these guys that signed up? All right. So if anyone has any questions for me, I did send out an email this morning and I did hear back from some of you already, so that's great. But if you do have any questions, let me know. You can let me know here in the chat, or we can discuss it through email or however it works for you. And we're going to begin with a nice big breath as we sit and land here together. Just closing your eyes or gazing downward. We have arrived. We are together, and taking a moment just to connect with the group. There are about 50 of you in total who are all in support of the breathing circle. So people who are watching later or will catch up later, that's kind of neat that we have such a good sized group and from all over the world. So in the first 2 days, we worked with Anapana Meditation, which is the observation of natural respiration, if you recall. So, and those of you who work with me in my yoga classes know this very well, because we tend to start most classes with that. So we're going to start there and allow ourselves to just fully drop in. So if you enjoy closing your eyes, you can do that, or just turn your attention inward and just allow yourself to fully settle into your breath. Everything else just falls away as you notice the in-breath and the out-breath as it is naturally, without changing it, without deepening it, just witnessing it. Now, turning your attention to your mind, which of course you probably already noticed. So what are you noticing in the mind right now? Is it busy? Is it calm? Is it foggy? Is it clear? Are you awake? Are you still half asleep? So just noticing and remembering also that this is a non-judgmental and no critique observation. We're just simply witnessing what is. So taking a moment now to tune into your body, to feel your body. And as you feel your body, notice the mind, notice the emotions, tuning into all aspects of yourself as you are, as you've shown up here, just as you are, without shifting or changing. Leaning into the feeling sense of you, yourself, as you are. Find your breath. Tune into the breath. And begin to slowly expand into horizontal breathing. So remembering the breath when we had our hands on our ribs. So if that's helpful for you, you can take the hands to the outer ribs and breathe into the hands. Working with full expansion and 3-part breathing. In yesterday's practice, we worked with 3-part breath, Dirga Swasam, where we utilize the full expanse of the lungs in 3 parts, bottom, middle, and upper. So with the horizontal breathing, also thinking about expansion in the ribs and filling the lungs bottom to top and top to bottom. So let's just take a few of those. Staying connected to all that's arising for you. Remembering that a huge part of our breathing practice is self-awareness, conscious awareness. So we'll take about 3 more of those. Breathing outwards, 3-dimensional. Coming right down to the bottom of the breath. Remember the exhale, remember the emptying. Beautiful. So just continuing the breath that way. Learning to stay and relax in the present moment is an antidote to stress and to trauma. So all of us to some degree are holding a certain amount of stress and trauma in our body. So what is trauma about when it's not ongoing? Is not so much about the events that have already happened. It's about our reaction, our physical reaction to those events. We often stay in the same state of tension, anxiousness, anger, and fear that we had during those events. So whether or not in your mind the event is a big event or not, your body has a different idea. So you may say, oh, that wasn't overly traumatic, or that I shouldn't have been traumatized by that, but your body has an idea of its own. So it's reacting in many ways when the mind doesn't realize it. So there's all these subconscious things going on. We often stay in the same state of tension, anxiety, anger, or fear that we had during those events, which were necessary to cope. So one of the simplest and most effective tools found for grounding in the present moment, and one of my favorites, is soft belly breathing. So breathing slowly and deeply through the nose and on the inhalation. And in this case, we're going to exhale through pursed lips. So kind of like imagine you're breathing out through a straw. So on the inhale, you're pulling in through the nose, and at the same time, becoming aware of your navel. So as you inhale, draw all of your attention to the navel area, fully inhale, to an expansion. So you're feeling that three-dimensional breathing again with the emphasis on the navel. And then on the exhale, consciously softening the belly. So before we get into the breathing exercise, just close your eyes for a moment, tune into your body. Now allow your belly to soften. Just notice that. Let it relax. Let it go. Now tense it up. Give it a little tension. So you feel that tension in your body. This is the area of the solar plexus. The area of the solar plexus is often our personal protection area. So when we are feeling any sense of fear or anxiety or discomfort, that's the first area to go. We're drawing it in. We're protecting ourselves. So this is an opportunity to begin to release that and allow the breath to move through your body and do its good work. So let's begin. So sitting up nice and tall. If it's helpful for you, you can take a finger and just place it over the navel and remember the softening of the belly. So we'll inhale into the navel, full expansion. Now as we exhale through pursed lips, slowly let the breath out. And as you let the breath out, soften with your mind. Use the organic energy, the softening energy, expansive energy. And again, continue. So really narrowing the lips to create a small passageway to empty the lungs, soft belly. So we're going to take about 6 to 8 more of those, full expansion to the top. Remember to keep the spine tall so that we have lots of space for the lungs to expand. Remember horizontal breathing, letting go on the exhale. So for each of us, that exhale is going to be different in length. So for some, that exhale might take 20 seconds. For some, that might take 10 seconds or 5 seconds. So see if you can lengthen it as much as you can comfortably. Noticing all that is arising for you as you breathe this way, stay connected, consciously aware. Remember the soft belly. Remember the awareness of the navel. Remember horizontal breathing. Good. Let's take our last 2. And once you have completed your final breath, simply observe, witness all that arises for you. Noticing shifts and changes, body, mind, heart, spirit, all aspects of you. Beautiful. It's wonderful to share this time with you. I feel all of your energies. And it is a practice to tune into that. So if you have a sense or an inkling of that in your own body, in your own, however it is you feel it, we all tune in differently. But it is a wonderful feeling to tune into the group and to connect with each other and remember that we have this wonderful support. So a reminder also, highly recommend a liter of water. So if you want to split your liter, beginning before the practice and after the practice, as I was mentioning, but see if you can do it within 1 hour of doing the practice. And let me know how it goes for you. Have any of you done it yet? Or maybe you are already doing it. 80% of all health problems are resolved just by drinking enough water. So I think most of us are chronically dehydrated, and it's something that we all can improve upon. So I wish you all a wonderful day, rest of your day. Now you can carry on with all the awesome things that you have planned. And maybe you're just putting your feet up, and that would be awesome too. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the Breathing Circle Day 4 at 8 o'clock Central. Lovely to be with you. Much love. See you tomorrow.